let's talk about something that's on everyone's mind. The AI policy crisis hitting our schools. While districts are promising these big, comprehensive frameworks, teachers are pretty much left to improvise. Parents are demanding answers, and the students, well, they're already late years ahead of us. So today, we're going to break down why this is all happening and, way more importantly, what you can actually do about it. Right now, most schools are just stuck. They're caught in what you could call AI policy paralysis. There's this massive gap between knowing AI is a huge deal and actually having a clear plan for it. And that leads to, you guessed it, a ton of confusion and inconsistency. And the scale of this is, well, it's staggering. Get this, a full 90% of schools are just winging it when it comes to their AI policies. This isn't just some small hiccup. It's creating what experts are calling a new AI divide. Imagine a student in one classroom getting praised for using AI to learn, while another student, literally next door, gets punished for doing the exact same thing. That's what's happening. And this quote from a tech coach in Virginia, it absolutely nails the problem. There's this very real fear among school leaders of getting it wrong, of creating some policy that's going to be outdated by next Tuesday. But that hesitation, that fear of not being perfect, is exactly what's leaving everyone in this confusing gray area right now. And this isn't just a feeling, The numbers tell the exact same story. Research from the Ed Week Research Center found that a whopping 79% of educators say their district has totally failed to provide clear guidance on AI. That's almost 4 out of every 5 teachers left to figure this out completely on their own. Okay, so why is this happening? Why are schools so stuck? Let's take a look at the key roadblocks that are causing all this policy paralysis. For one, and this is a big one, a one-size-fits-all policy just doesn't work. Think about it. In a STEM class, AI can be this incredible partner for problem solving. But in the humanities class, that exact same use of AI could completely undermine the whole point of the lesson, which is, developing original thought and critical writing skills. And then, of course, there are the resource disparities. This 2023 study from Pew shows us how the digital divide is still a massive factor. When you see a gap like this in broadband access, you just can't create a single AI policy that assumes every student has the same tools at home. It becomes an equity crisis right out of the gate. So you've got this perfect storm, right? You have fear, you have complexity, and you have these huge resource gaps, all creating barriers. It's a really tough situation, for sure, but it's not an impossible one. But okay, this is where we pivot. Waiting for the perfect, all-encompassing policy, that's not a plan, that's just a delay. What we need to do instead is focus on progress over perfection, and that starts with something called a stopgap solution. The alternative to just waiting around is a stopgap policy. This is the core idea, so lean in. Instead of trying to build this flawless, permanent document that might never even show up, you build something that works for your school right here, right now. Now, let's be super clear about what this means. A stopgap policy isn't some flimsy placeholder. It is a working framework. And the key words here are functional, imperfect, and adaptable. It's designed to give you real guidance today, with the full understanding that, it's probably going to need to evolve tomorrow. And that's okay. So, how in the world do you actually create one? Well, it's way simpler than you think. It all starts with a 6-meeting action plan that is designed to take your team from total ambiguity to real clarity. This framework right here, this is your path forward. And the best part? It's designed for any school leader, and you don't need to have any special tech expertise. This is about leading a conversation, not being some kind of AI wizard. And it takes just 6 focused meetings to get an actual, actionable plan. And each meeting is just built around a single, super straightforward question. That's it, 30 minutes each. You start by figuring out, okay, where are we at right now? Then, what do we actually need? Then, what do we believe about AI? After that, what are the rules? How do we handle issues when they pop up? And finally, how do we share all of this with everybody? Simple. So, you might be wondering, is this for me? Well, let me tell you who this is for. It is for you. It's for the principal who got told, we need something on AI before the next board meeting. It's for the vice principal who's now running point on tech. It's for the curriculum lead who desperately needs to give teachers some guidance. And it is absolutely for that brave teacher leader who raised their hand and said, I'll figure this out. So, as we start to wrap this up, I want you to remember this. When you're facing a shift this massive, the most important thing you can possibly do
is to just take that first step.
This quote really says it all. The hardest part is just getting started, but the cost of inaction, of doing nothing, is so much worse. It deepens that AI divide we talked about, it frustrates your dedicated staff, and it totally fails to prepare students for the world that they are already living in.
Look, let's just be blunt about it. The students are already here. They're using these tools. The technology is already in your building. The confusion is already impacting how kids learn. It is simply time for the policy to catch up.
So we're going to leave you with this one question. Forget about the perfect plan for next year. What will your school's first functional, imperfect step be tomorrow?